complete opposite of set up, but then again, I guess we can't be ready every night. A Morbiusly part of a good breakfast, yep. Okay. Oh. Also, I need to make a announcement, okay. This will be my final Wonder After Dark. Oh, how... I can't tell if you're being serious or not, considering what day it is, but how come if you're being serious? Assuming this is not an April Fool's joke. There we go. It's been a great run, but I'm converting to Scientology, so I can't enjoy the internet. That's real unfortunate, but I hope you have a delicious Scientology. So I wanted one last time with you, Jesse, yep. And one last glorious Morbius time you shall get. Oh yeah, no idea if Spider's going to be here or not. I really hope Dave and Will don't show up after last night. For the record, I have nothing against them, but the less bestiality... Where's Piss? Today we love Piss. I don't know. But yeah. Last night, that was a show, wasn't it? Okay, but yeah. I'm just waiting for anybody else to get here before we start. Wait a sec. Okay. Oh. Also, I want to ask what happened today. You were like so quiet. Literally nothing. Like, nothing really happened today. You might think I'm using this as like a cover-up or a setup for something. Or that I'm going to tell you like, hey, you know who died in a car accident. But no, like, I should have called. Should have, but oops. But me being, yeah. But nothing happened today. It was just uneventful, just another day. Yeah. So before you think you missed out either on a positive or negative canon event, no, just a day. Also, no, I have no idea if Spider's going to even be here tonight or not. Which is funny, this is a topic you would... Oh, it's always a hindsight, it's 2020 for me with my brothers, woulda, coulda. Yeah. Anyway, no idea if Spider is going to show up for this one or not, because, well, one, last night, two, oh, Spider has been on a month-long sabbatical. Am I really about to look up the meaning of the word sabbatical before I even start the show? Hang on. A period of paid leave granted to a university teacher or other worker for study or travel, traditionally 1 year for every 7 years worked. Oh, me preparing for the Ancient One's return in May, set to Baby One More Time. Yep, that's a classic. Okay. Well, looks like this is just going to be a one-on-one episode. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Welcome to Wonder After Dark. So, before we get to tonight's topic, I must first James is absent for the month. Yeah. Okay, anyway, welcome to Wonder After Dark. I'm just going to go ahead and start because this might be a one-on-one episode. But realistically, I'll give it 15 days. Yeah, anyway. Let's move these out of the way. Okay. Just move these out the way. Alright. Yeah, this looks like a one-on-one episode tonight. So yeah, welcome to Wonder After Dark. So before we begin, let's both ask, what makes a good movie, Jesse? On April Fool's Day. That one. Anyway. Oh yeah, Hop is our background movie tonight. What movie is that? James Marsden in a car with a CGI creature. Yes, Hop. Okay. Anyway. Hey, Copper. Hop. Sonic. Potentially Avengers Doomsday. Anyway. Same thing, Alan. Bitch. I mean bitch as a joke. Anyway. Alright, but what I was going to say. Although, tell Alan that I said whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe. Anyway. Alright. Wait a sec. Oh, God. Oh, God. You about to summon him again? Oh, God. I think I know where this is heading. Also, yep, there's the period copy pasta again. Tired of your period? Contact me and I can make it disappear for 9 months. That's right, 9 months. All for the low price of zero. Yeah, I'm reading it right now. Tired of your period? Contact me. I can make it disappear for 9 months. That's right, 9 months. And all for the low price of $0, but I disappear too. Funny. Okay, anyway. Wonder After Dark. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we begin, I must first give a monologue of a sort and ask 2 questions. What is a movie that you consider to be so bad, so fundamentally broken, and even if it is funny bad, it's still just irredeemably awful? Can be any movie. The Room. Yes, The Room. Now, what is the opposite of that? A movie or just piece of media. Okay, not whatever. The Room was a good example, but still. Alright, now what's the opposite? A piece of media that... Madam Web, yeah. Madam Web is just bad, but anyway. Now what is the opposite? What is a piece of media that is so just great? Birdemic, stay tuned, yeah. Now what is a piece of media that's perfect in every way, to the point where there are no problems with the media? Perfect Spiderwick Chronicles, yep. Now I wish I could say I was reviewing something good tonight. Oh, no black people, great, okay, no. And lived, okay. Now I wish I could say I was reviewing something great tonight. But instead, we're reviewing a piece of media that is so bad, so irredeemably broken, so fundamentally broken, that it just leaves you scratching your head as to why it even got the green light. Hey, hey, hey! What? Rescue helicopter? Today it's a great movie. Okay, well, you're not wrong. Many people consider it awful, but we're going to find out together if it is awful or not. Anyway. But yeah, today we're actually only pirate. Yeah, only praise it. Yeah, only praise. Anyway, we're going to be reviewing a piece of media that many people say that they hate. But we're going to find out. We're going to be in on the joke tonight. Anyway, we're going to find out together whether or not the piece of media that we're talking about is actually as bad as everyone says it is. Spoiler alert, it isn't. And if you say it's bad, you should hang yourself. I've never seen this movie. You should. It's amazing. Anyway, Wonder After Dark, often abbreviated as WAD, is a live-stream dark comedy drama variety web show created and hosted by Jesse Hufstetler, and starring James Collins as Black Spider, and Chapstick Sobriety as Sylve, aka Trip. The program is a reboot and semi-sequel to a previous, and since redacted, series of similar live streams from the same host. Okay, so what's the basic premise of the show? Well, each episode typically starts with Jessie setting up her various set pieces and props, oftentimes with a very passive-aggressive and heavily sarcastic approach and presence, before saying the signature phrase, "Welcome to Wonder After Dark." Black Spider and Trip/Sylve then proceed to converse with the host about the topic before going hilariously off-topic and saying any number of dark, strange, and oftentimes offensive and questionable statements, jokes, and questions in an effort to leave the aforementioned host speechless and scatterbrained. Did you write this? Maybe. Despite this, however, episodes typically snap back to the original topic by the end anyway. Okay, so that's basically the premise. It's a shit show. What about the history? Well, after an unplanned and disastrous broadcast in June of 2024, Jesse's previous incarnation of the show, which does not exist anymore, was put on hiatus and later sat in production limbo. A reboot, tentatively titled Wonder After Dark, was pitched to James later that month and officially began broadcasting on July 1st, 2024. My apologies there. Anyway, with the episode My Little Pilot episode, or Season 1, Episode 1. In the third episode, titled My Bad Taste in Movies, or rather Our Bad Taste, Chapstick was introduced as the new character Trip, who would later become a mainstay of the show's cast from then on. Season 1 of the program, which ran from July 2024 to January 2025, is often referred to by many as the Mexico Saga, the Floor Saga, or more commonly, My First Attempt, by viewers due to its more piss-tone lighting, focus on racism-based plot lines, and slapdash production values. Season 2, which premiered on January 1st, 2025, marked two big changes for the program and its format. Episode titles now adopted the our adjective instead of the traditional my. We still do racist plot lines. What are you talking? Well, you're not wrong. Anyway. Although the idea was first pitched during the first season as a joke because Jesse found it funny, it was later considered because it had went from my show to our show. The second major change was the program now adopting a more educational, lesson-based format. Although no official explanation was ever given for this, it is believed to have been introduced because Jessie knows that her friends have clear mental disabilities and disorders. However, the overall premise and format of the show has remained largely the same since season 1. So yeah, it's basically school but no kids listen. So school. The program has had many cast members and viewers throughout its run, although only Black Spider and Sylv/Trip are considered regulars. The full cast is listed below. Jessie Hofstetler as herself, a clueless, sex-obsessed, YTP-obsessed, transgender master builder baiter who disguises her very clear mental health problems and imperfections with short film comedy skits and self-deprecating humor, often at the expense of her own sanity and other sanities. She also gets really angry when dead-named despite the fact that her penis is more alive than she is. Hang on. Explain the rise of OST Lil Bill and Red. I am herself, himself, themself, yep. James Collins as Black Spider. An aspiring game developer and filmmaker, Black Spider is often the voice of reason in the Wonderverse. However, he is also a master manipulator and often tricks Jessie and her friends into performing strange and often questionable tasks or fulfilling ridiculous requests, such as pug trafficking, M&M snorting, advocating for trunk monkey abuse, and anti-Mexican propaganda. He is also guilty of sending sausage photos midstream. Sir Miles Axelrod as Cosmic. An old friend of Jessie's, Cosmic became a periodic and occasional Chad Blank as, yes, Chad Blank. Although Chapstick Sobriety is arguably the way funnier name. Anyway, Cosmic became a periodic and occasional guest appearance on the program, often sending the show into peak chaos and adopting a more regal and royal presence among everybody else. King shit, I say. Red as Freakman. Red is freaky and probably licked your toes while you were sleeping. Dave Stewart as Old School Dave. Suddenly appearing around 70 episodes into Season 2, he was initially believed to be a friend of the Gardeners, and was also believed briefly to be a bot viewer, but this was later and quickly debunked. He is often considered annoying by literally everybody on the show. Bill Cipher as Lil Will. A tiny fellow, Will is Dave's associate, and although at first was considered a major annoyance by everyone, he is now seen as just a minor, but mostly chill, inconvenience, except for last episode. And last but not least, we have Antonio Banderas as the Gardener. An unseen but all too present and prominent character, the Gardener gets his name due to his profession. He and Jess met during a cold winter night in 2022, but quickly grew a close bond in the months afterwards. Although that bond came quickly crashing down due to the looming presence. You didn't say me or Alan or Tyler. Oh yeah, I did forget about Tyler. Whoops. Anyway, but quickly grew in the months afterwards. Although that bond quickly came crashing down due to the looming presence of an evil organization known as SB-129. They took Jess out back and shot her 57 times, giving her brain damage and mental retardation. Other guest stars include Tyler S., who is probably a convicted pedophile, portrayed by P. Diddy, and Alan as himself. Thought I heard something. But what about that motherfucking reception? Well, you forgot me. Oh yeah, there's also Chad Blank as Blankington, aka, you literally forgot me. I'm chloroforming myself. Yeah, there's also Chad Blank as Sylv/Trip/yes, who is the poster child of ADHD. How could I forget the best cast member? Oh yeah, and Clover. How could I forget her too? I think that covers everyone. There's really not... I'm the worst. Yep. But what about that motherfucking reception? Oh yeah, and Piss also exists, but we don't care about him. What does Clover do? Boobies. Clover does boobies. But what about that motherfucking reception? Well, the series, despite its long and consistent run, has received largely negative reviews from domestic North American audiences, although it's received much more positively internationally, specifically in Australia, Brazil, and Canada. Leslie Cronus of TV30 wrote in his review of the program, "It's no Magic Funhouse, and it's definitely no Morbius. Literally no other critics have even bothered to write reviews, as they usually give up about 15 to 20 minutes into the average episode." Leslie Cronus? Oh yeah, we'll find out more about Leslie Cronus in the future. Did you just make this up? If you mean this entire page, and I'm aware I'm kind of breaking the joke, yes I did. Alright, now, are you kidding? Everyone on the show has loved it. Well, you're not wrong. But then again, they don't speak for the rest of the planet. Now, so what do I think of Wonder After Dark? Well, okay. I'm in the crowd that actually really likes the show. Do I think it's perfect? No, it's a complete train wreck. But Wonder After Dark, I think it sucks. Well, that's your opinion, and my opinion is the only objectively correct one. But Wonder After Dark is a very entertaining show. At least as long as you turn off your damn brain. It sucks so good that it's awesome. Yeah. Well, it's so good that it's good if you turn your brain off. If you go into it expecting just chaos and stupidity with the occasional bright side, then you'll have a fun time with Wonder After Dark. Do I have a favorite episode? Can't really, I mean, I like most, well, I think around towards the end of season 1 was when it started to get really good. The first part of season 1 I thought was okay. Not great, but just okay. There were some good ones here and there, like the one where the set got demolished. But other than that, it was kind of just stuttering and arguing. And then now the show is stuttering, arguing, and murderous thoughts. But yeah, Wonder After Dark. It's still a great show, though. I will say, though, I thought some choice quotes is, I was looking for Penguin Z0, but I found you by accident from OSD. Yep. Anyway, oh yeah. I will say, though, if I had to think of any negatives with Wonder After Dark, I find that little 50-minute long sex scene between Jess and the gardener to be a little odd. In fact, I found that sex scene a little uncomfortable. I could have went my whole life without a 50-minute sex scene between a white bitch and a brown bitch, but other than that, it's a really good show. Do I recommend it? Well, despite the fact that I like it, I'm still required to say no, like most cynical critics. Anyway, what's our rating for Wonder After... Oh, yeah, that sex scene was like if the room had... Yeah, exactly. It was like if the room had just one big sex scene. But yeah, but other than that, though, it's a really good show. Anyway, what's our rating for Wonder After Dark? I rate it 60 Stanley Nickels out of 10 Shroot Bucks. Yep. I'm going to give it 61 out of... Yeah, I'm going to give it 61 Stanley Nickels out of 10 Shroot Bucks. Although I'm going to knock off at least 5 for that 50-minute long sex scene. But yeah, Wonder After Dark. Check it out. But I'm not done yet, as we're only 24 minutes into... We're only 24 minutes into our... Now on to our main event. Yep, after this. Shit. Oh, that's broken. Damn it. Yep. Where did that PC just go? Wait, something yeah. That just broke. That wing just broke off, and now I can't find it. That was completely unplanned, by the way. That was completely not supposed to happen. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, yeah, actually I cannot find it. Where the hell did it just go? Do you need a kit? I don't even know what I need anymore. Okay, no, seriously. Seriously, where did it just... Okay, no, actually, where did it go? God damn it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. One. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Do you need... Can't wait to bust out the Craggle tomorrow. The Lego Movie 2, the second part, also known as the bad one. Stay tuned. Anyway, I'm just going to grab a picture of this for my mom's future reference, because she's the one that knows where the glue is. Yeah, that was not planned for me to just break everything. I mean, it wouldn't be an April Fool's show without chaos. Also, no more, it ain't no lie. Yep. Oh, also, Spider went to bed. Yeah, he went to bed, so... I guess he was just that eepy that he just said, fuck Wonder After Dark, I'm going to bed. So it looks like it will just be a one-on-one episode tonight. Hi, Gardner. Don't. I mean, if you say that, that's fine, but still. Oh, also, funny you make that joke. He was actually playing Murder of Sonic earlier. So I'm wondering if he actually saw last night's episode from afar. I'm not saying that to be weird. I'm just... Funny observation. He was playing Murder of Sonic earlier after I reviewed it last night. Just funny timing there. The Big G, yep. The Big G was playing the Murder of Sonic. Yeah. Platform G0. Platform G10, yes. We have a 3-for-1 special, 3 cats, and yeah, for 1 dueler. You know, it's been a while since... You know, actually, I'll get to Morbius, I swear. But, you know, it's funny. I was actually wondering when on this show I would break something. In the 250-plus episodes we have been on the air, I have been wondering how I've never broken anything. Finally happened. What's the Chadtronic bit where he breaks the light again? People have always said, Chad, wave around that pillow in that small room. You're going to break something one of these days. Chad, you're going to break something with that pillow. They were right. Feels like we've been on way longer than just 30 minutes. But anyway, Morbius is a 2022 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name. Oh. That's like it's speaking to me every time you say Chadtronic, also Discord, read on K. Okay. Now, like now these days on Apple pools, you run to guy, you give really smugly ass Luke, you go to them, you punch them in the face, you say, ha, Apple pools. Or April pools, yeah, okay, oops. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, Morbius is a 2022 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, produced by Columbia Picture. That's from an old friend of mine. Cool. Produced by Columbia Pictures in association with Marvel Entertainment, Arad Productions, Matt Tullidge Production, and Matt Tullidge Productions. I cannot read. And distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. It was the third film in Sony's Spider-Man universe, or SSU, directed by Daniel Espinanza, I think that's how you say that, and written by the writing team of Matt Sazma and Burt Sharpless. The film stars Jared Leto, who also served as an executive producer on the film, as Dr. Michael Morbius, alongside the Matt Smith, Adria Arjona, Jared Harris, Al Madrigal, and Tyrese Gibson. What you saying? Talk about how this movie was the first movie to make $1 billion. I'm getting there. In the film, Michael Morbius, played of course by our hot dad Jared Leto, and his surrogate brother Milo, played by everybody's favorite Doctor Who actor Matt Smith, become living vampires after curing themselves of a rare blood disease. Which is truly a very amazing story. Like, I don't think any other Marvel movie has a story as great as Morbius. Like, Endgame has nothing on this. Michael Morbius was a performance for, yes it was. Anyway. As I said, the film was produced by Columbia Pictures, Marvel Entertainment, Arad Productions, Matt Tullidge Productions, and as I said, was distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. Milo Morbius was a dancer, yep. Anyway, the film premiered at the Plaza Carso on March 10th, 2022, and released in the US April 1st, 2022. So today is a very holy day, even more holy than Easter. Anyway, the film had a budget between 75... Oh, we especially love the part where he says, "I am Venom, grr." Yeah, that's the best part of the movie. Anyway, the film had a budget between $75 to $83 million. And get this, everyone, get this. It made $1 billion. And it made even more billion after its 2 re-releases. It was a huge hit, guys. Anyway. Now, there were previously 2 notable attempts to adapt the character of Michael Morbius into cinematic form since 1998. Those being a role in the Blade franchise as an antagonist and having a solo film produced by Artisan Entertainment, neither of which ever came to fruition. I just farted laughing at that. Good. Anyway. After announcing new plans for a shared universe of films inspired by Spider-Man related characters. Yes, we need to talk about Morbius' cameo in Blade. Yeah, anyway. Sony began developing plans for a film based on Morbius. Sazama and Sharpless had written a script by November 2. It's in a deleted scene. He's on a rooftop. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway. They had written a script by November 2017, and Leto and Espinosa had officially joined in June of 2018. Work on the film began at the end of the year with further casting ahead of production starting in London in February 2019. Let's say. Actually, give me a bit, hold the chaos. Okay. do be waiting. We do be waiting. I love how the background is just now completely black. Okay, there's the remote. Okay. This movie is so stupid. I do be waiting. I do be waiting for the funny little rat to get back. Oh. Hi, it's me, Don't. Funny, but don't. Now, what were we talking about again? Oh, yes, cinematic masterpiece. Anyway. Filming was confirmed to have been completed in June of 2019, with reshoots happening in Los Angeles the following February. John Ekstrand was hired to compose the film's score. Excuse me. Morbius premiered at the Plaza Carso in Mexico City on March 10th, 2022, and was then released in the U.S. Yummy Mexican cake, yep. And was then released in the U.S. on April 1st. After being delayed several times from an initial July 2020 date, primarily due to the COVID pandemic. And by that I mean Allen's, yep. The film was a massive critical and commercial success, grossing over $1 billion worldwide at the box office, receiving universal acclaim for its writing, visual effects, and post-credit scenes, and especially praised for Smith's performance during the iconic dance scene. Ironic because it's April 1st now, so happy anniversary. Anyway. It became the subject of much debate on the internet, with many saying that it was so perfect that no further movies need to happen. Despite this, however, Hollywood kept making movies, to which many people proclaimed was a stupid idea because we only want Morbius. We don't want original ideas, we only want Morbius. Sony Pictures later announced Morbius 2, Morbius 3, and various spin-offs. Also, do tell, my Morbilicious little rap. Oh. What did you do for April 1st last year for the previous incarnation of this show, which is not existing? I actually really... Or actually, no, I do remember. I do remember, actually, now. Okay. I remember I set up something. I don't remember what it was that I did set up, but I do remember there was something I was setting up, but then I pulled a very similar bait and switch. Not because I did a humorous bit like that, but because Smiling Friends Season 2 was premiering that night. So I said, like, to myself, what if I just turned it into my live reaction to that season premiere? So yeah, I guess that was kind of my bit. Anyway, Morbius was such a success that on June 3rd, 2022, Sony announced that the film would return to 1,000 theaters just weeks after its initial theatrical and digital release. This was largely attributed to the film's influx both of praise and of internet memes. Oh, Jesus Christ. What if I watched Smiling Friends? Would you get Hello Kitty Island Adventure? No promises. I'm not refusing when I say that, like I typically would, just no promises. This decision was also met with much praise from various outlets, with many people saying that Sony was very much aware of the love and appreciation that the film had garnered and wanted to show more of it. Fair enough, my girlfriend. Funny. Yep. Anyway, upon the film's re-release that month, the film performed very well, grossing an additional $3 billion at the box office, leading to a third re-release exclusively in the country of Western Pretoria. But what about that motherfucking reception? Well, on Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 15 Morbillion% based on 285 Morbillion reviews, with an average rating of 3.Morbillion90 kajillion out of 10 billion. 0 to 50 in Morbillion. The consensus reads, blessed with inspired effects, amazing performances, and a downright beautiful story, this delightful adventure is sure to captivate and please audiences around the world. Unlike you, fuckface. And it also ranks as the 18th best reviewed superhero movie on the site. Metacritic assigned the film an average score of 35 Morbillion. We hate Keanu Reeves, don't we? Yet. A weighted average score of 35 out of 100 billion based on 55 Morbillion critics, 0 to 50 in Morbillion, indicating generally, overwhelmingly amazing reviews. He's no Jared Leto, correct. Indo-Asian News Service described the film as hokatoko 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 by critics, and Variety reported the reception as being overwhelmingly positive. Evening News reported that early reviews of the film were already positive, but that reviews upon release were even more so. As I say, we hate Keanu Reeves, don't we? He's no Jared Leto, Danny Trejo in SpongeBob. Because that makes sense. Anyway. Variety's Elise Schaefer also said that while reviews were positive overall, some atheists were quick to point out that the film did not meet their Christian standards. To which I say, you're retarded. Danny Trejo and Sponge on the Run. Stay tuned. Yep. Audiences polled by Cinema Score. I'm an atheist and I love this film. Well, then you're a good atheist. Good cocaine, bad cocaine, it doesn't matter. They'll both fuck up your life. Anyway, audiences polled by Cinema Score gave the film an average grade of C+ on an A+ to F scale, which roughly translates to a 90 more billion out of 10 billion. Morbius billion. While those at Post-Tracks gave it a 62 more billion% positive score, with an average rating of 5,000 more billion out of to billion. With 47 billion% recommending it. Yes. Yes. Reviewing the film for Collider, Emma Keeley felt that the central key standout aspect of Morbius was a truly perfect and very uplifting and inspiring script, and added that it had a lot of weight and a lot of depth both to the characters and to the overall narrative. With huge praise coming to the iconic have sex poop my pants dance. Okay, that's the last critic review that I'm reading. But what about that motherfucking reception? Well, Sony signed deals with both Netflix and Disney in April 2021 for the U.S. streaming and TV rights to their 2022 to 2026 film slate, including Morbius. Following the film's theatrical and home video windows, Netflix signed for exclusive first pay window streaming rights, which is typically an 18-month window and included future films in the Sony Spider-Man universe. Morbius began streaming on Netflix on September 7th, 2022, while Disney signed for a pay-2 window rights for the films. Yes. Anyway. Yes. Anyway. What I was saying. The film was released on digital platforms on May 22nd, or May 17th, 2022, I cannot read. And then it was released on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD on June 14th of that year by Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. Talk about the scene where he says it's morbid time. Oh yeah. Probably one of the most, well-executed, badass scenes in all of cinema. Nothing will ever compare. Sonic 3, who? Yeah, no. This is amazing. It truly is a certified chicken jockey moment. But anyway, what can I say about Morbius that hasn't been said previously? Morbius is, in my opinion, one of the best films ever made. Deserving of all the praise and love and acclaim that it has received in the years since its release. And although none of those sequels have come to pass as of yet, because they're all being filmed back to back, I do think those sequels will very much live up to the hype of the first film. Because when I think Morbius, I think quality. Oh sure, many people like to point their fingers and say that Disney, at least pre-everything, was the pinnacle of quality, but I'm like, bitch, who cares about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Who cares about Fantasia? Who cares about The Lion King? It's all about Morbius around here. We are true certified morb heads. The morber of Sonic the Hedgehog. Basically, he walks into a room. Oh, wait. Basically, he walks into a room in the Avengers Endgame build-up music, and the bad guys surround him, and then he says, it's Morbin times, and Morb's all over the bad guys. Morbinominal, yep. It really is a Morbinominal film, I must say. Anyway, are there any negatives with the film? One. One single negative. It ends. Oh, it has a beautiful end. Yeah, it ended. I will say though, not only is the film itself just a cinematic masterpiece, but that post-credits scene, chef's kiss, perfection, has to do with Spider-Man, I think. Better words have never been spoken. The post-credit scene was totally not a reshoot in different... Yeah, totally. It was totally something that was always meant to be in the movie from day one. And it totally was not added in the literal 0 minute before release. Totally. 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 I'm not sure how I got here. It has to do with Spider-Man, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I eagerly await to see the Spider-Man versus Morbius crossover. Sure, we like to shit on Marvel for having ideas that are not Morbius related, but I think that Spider-Man versus Morbius film is going to be a great film. Also, Spider-Man Brand New Day was announced, but who fucking gives a shit? I don't. It's all about Morbius. Y'all ever just morb yourself into a ditch? But yeah, do we have any other positive? Oh, it totally makes sense that Toombs gets his gear from Homecoming and the spell would totally keep him in the Sonyverse. Yeah, totally makes sense. Totally. For real, 11 out of 10 right. Yeah. 11 out of 10 right. Truly a masterpiece. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. None. Not a damn problem. Anyway, do we have any other positives for Morbius? Because if not, we're just going to move on to the rating. Again, if we have any other positives, oh, also a couple of us should team up and do some good. Was something you and probably something you and James said in 2020. Probably, honestly. Probably. But alas, basically any evidence of those days has basically been burned down like the Library of Alexandria. Oh, I'm sorry, but that sounds like the origin of Fahrenheit Pictures. Sorry for misspell. It okay, but yeah. But yeah. I mean, to be fair though, that quote could be the origin of a lot of different things. But yeah. But yeah, do we have any other positives for Morbius? Other than the whole movie. Oh, me and Alan on August 3rd, 2020 during a Smash game. Yep, that quote fits that. Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna come, April Fool. Son of a bitch. But yeah, we were talking about the cinematic masterpiece that was Morbius. Also, have you seriously been lingering in the background this entire fucking time? This entire time. We're reviewing the greatest movie of all time. Well, I mean, we're about done with the greatest movie, but yeah. Hey guys, I missed you guys, yeah. But yeah, shit. But yeah, Morbius. Morbius is the greatest movie ever made. Totally. Today we're color C. Heck yeah, which one? Morbius, yeah. You should totally trust what we're saying today. Second. Oh. Eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued, have a day. Yep. But yeah, yeah. Oh, I haven't seen it, but it has one of my favorite humans in it, Jared Leto. Yep. Jared Leto. Jared Keto. Oh, Jared Keto. He said Jared Keto. Yeah, I just noticed that. I just noticed. I just noticed that. Jared Keto. That's really good. I'm editing something if you want. He will be renamed as Jared Keto. Yep. Oh, wait, what'd you say? Wade's Levy moment in the Jared Keto Flidley pre-bathroom skibbity bob. Yep, skibbity. Okay. But for real, do we have any other positives about Morbius? Because if not, we're going to move on straight to something. I don't know what. Tired of your period? Contact me. I can make it disappear for 9 months. That's right, 9 months. And all for the low price of $0. But I disappeared too. Our rating? Well, what's your rating for Morbius? What's your rating? Man, I'm retarded today. Aren't we all? Fight Club, stay tuned. Yep. But what's your rating for Morbius? Oh, also I rated a Morbillion asses up out of 10. 10 Geodollars, yep. Fight Clue, yep. Fight Club. I will watch it again and get back. Okay, yeah. Anyway, but yeah. You should totally trust our praise tonight. Totally. Anyway, my rating for Morbius would be like probably a good 50 more billion assholes out of, I don't know. Yes. Alright. Oh wait. What's it say? On a side note, do you guys like his music? No. Alright, anyway, time for the funny image. And yes, I did just make an image out of my current dilemma. Accidentally knocked over. Need Craggle. Accidentally knocked over. Need Craggle. Yes, I did make a meme out of a current problem of mine, and yes, I did deep fry the shit out of it. Pony, no. Yep. Oopsie daisy. 30 seconds to Mars. Never heard it. So that's what you were editing during this... Well, no, I was editing a completely unrelated video, but... yeah. That's the name of his band. Ah. Oh, hang on. What the hell? I don't want to play with you anymore. Funny. Okay, hold. Alright, now it's time for the part of the show where I drag this out for at least 5 to 10 more minutes. Oh, companies after Pride Month. I don't want to play with you anymore. Yeah. Oh yeah, can I just say, that did just remind me of something. Something that came to me, oh, would you maybe consider listening to some of their songs sometime? I mean, I can't promise that I will, but okay. Can't promise, but anyway. Skibidi Toilet review now, Jet. Nope. I didn't watch any Skibidi Toilet in preparation for... Do it. What did I just say? What did I just now say? I did not watch any Skibidi Toilet in preparation for this. Because... Sorry, no, okay. I mean, to be fair, though, if you want my review of Skibidi Toilet merchandise, because I've gotten plenty of exposure to that at Walmart as of late, why? Like, you ever just go to Walmart or anywhere that sells... Okay, like, you ever just go to Walmart or any place that sells toys and you find that one and you're like, well, this is cool, but why did you funnel all of your attention and effort into this? Yeah, that'd pretty much be Skibidi Toilet merchandise, for me at least. Like, these actually don't look half bad, but why did you funnel... Someone will poop in there, yep. Like, these actually don't look half bad, but why did you funnel your time, money, energy, attention, etc. into this? And on top of that, why do they just look... Yes. Why are Gordon Freeman's face? That too. In fact, I feel like that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Nah, I'm serious. Because I don't think Valve have anything to do with the Skibidi Toilet toys. So, yeah, that's kind of a problem, legally speaking. Bad Piggy is a lawsuit waiting to happen too, but it exists. Yeah, all the Roblox okay, a bit of context. Jazzwares used to have the toy license for Roblox, but that license expired a couple years back. But soon after that, other companies picked up the different licenses for different Roblox games. How do you guys know each other, by the way? We just know each other, but anyway. But but all these other toy companies just picked up the Roblox game licenses. Some of them, yeah, what he said. Anyway, some of them I'm sure, some of them I'm sure are legal, but some of them just feel like a lawsuit. I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say, because I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Bad Piggy is a Peppa Pig ripoff, cute, whatever that means, but yeah. Did you buy Donatello? Yes, I did, but I'm too lazy to go up and to get up. Yeah. Even though I probably will get up in the next like 10 minutes anyway, I'm still too. I'm not saying that like to refuse anything. I'm just too lazy to get up right now. You ever just get comfortable? Yeah. Just comfortable at the moment. Hello, police sirens. The coolest reviews, the funniest shit. Nailing the fuck out of it every damn day of the week. It's Grimm's Toy Show Action. I don't even know what you're referencing. I feel like I should know what that is in reference to, but I don't. I am your host, Ebenezer Mattel. Again, I don't know what you're... And I did read that, I just don't know what you're referencing. Contrary to popular belief, I don't know everything. Be right back, okay. Is Morbius bad? It might be, it might not be. What's to say I know? I am going to say something bad about it. Go right ahead. It sucked, you did. Yep. Totally. But will I elaborate further? Well, depends. If we elaborate any further, do we have anything to say before we... Oh yeah, I know Will just said he'll be right... Will, Bill, whatever you want to call him. I know he just said he'll be right back, but do we have anything we want to say? Because as much as we like to shit on him, I kind of don't want to cut him off after we'll be right back. No, I'm not trying to keep this episode going way too long. It's just, he said be right back, so... Sorry. Waiting for him to get back, and then we cut off the stream. Back, sorry, now it's okay. Oh. After these messages, we'll be right back. Yep. Oh yeah, Dave, or... Guy. Thanks for waiting, guys. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I really don't know what to, fill out the rest of this episode with. Glad I got to hang out for at least a bit. Yeah, a bit. I guess this was just always going to be a shorter episode. R. Kelly, yep. So, yeah, sorry for the shorter run time tonight. Sorry for that. Do we have anything we want to say before we sign off, though? Like, any... I guess I should probably go ahead and say. Once again, tomorrow night's topic has already been chosen. I already picked the topic for tomorrow. So, hold your horses. April 3rd is free. April 4th is... Oh. Tomorrow is the Switch 2 event. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, but anyway, what I was going to say. Oh, April 3rd, we go back to a galaxy far, far away where we look at how Boba Fett got his own show, in theory anyway. Oh, yeah. I may be sick of Star Wars at this point, but I'm still going to do that one anyway, just to damn humor you. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to mail a bug zapper to you. Or a shock collar. I don't know which yet. A bug zapping shock collar. Okay, but anyway. But yeah, April 2nd already decided. April 3rd, I guess we're doing the Book of Boba Fett. And April 4th, oh, we will never be done with Star Wars, my colorblind friend. Yep, totally. Which is unfortunate, because I feel like I'm trapped. Anyway, April Fool's Day. Oh, yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. Funny. Oh, yeah. It is midnight, April 2nd. So I guess we can now break character and finally admit Morbius is a bad movie. We were just joshing. It was April Fool's Day, so of course we were gonna spread misinformation for comedic effect. Yeah. April Fool's Day. So yeah, April Fools, Morbius is actually a bad movie. Bitch. Anyway, sorry for the short run time tonight. But yeah, happy April Fool's Day. Also, tired of your period... April Fools, I'm actually alive yet. Tired of your period? Contact me. I can make it disappear for 9 months. That's right, 9 months. All for the low price of $0. But I disappear too. By the way, I only have a year left to live. But will I elaborate further? Nope. Because I've said enough. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and happy day.